What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get more Google Maps views in just 20 minutes, and you could do it yourself. Watch this. All right, guys, hope everybody's doing well. This video is dedicated to my friend Darren Marion, who we lost on November 14th, 2021. I love you, brother. This video is for you. So I had a friend call me up last week, and he was trying to figure out why one of his pages was not ranking in Google Maps. So we went through a couple of tests, and after a couple of minutes, we were like, okay, let's go back to basics. And one of the first things that you need to do is just go to Google, type in site, your domain name.com. No www, no HTTPS. In fact, we could take off this little dash at the end, slash at the end. And what you want to do is if you have a 25-page website, you want to make sure that Google has indexed all 25 pages, meaning that your website is on their server. They haven't removed any pages from their server, right? Because if your website is not on their server, your pages are not on their server, then you won't be able to be found in Google for that key term. So if you have a key term called like tile flooring or metal roofing, right? If that metal roofing page is removed from Google, not from your site, but it's removed from Google because they're saving space on their server, then that page will not show up, and naturally you won't be found in Google Maps for that keyword. So this is the most important thing, and this is how we fixed the problem. We typed in site, domainname.com. We scrolled down and we realized that it's a 25-page website, whatever it is there, and only maybe 15 pages were showing. And naturally, the page that was not ranking anymore was de-indexed, meaning removed from Google, not removed from your server, not removed from your website. It was removed from Google. Why are these pages removed from Google? Because they're boring. Google's seen it a million times. You have not updated your content on that website to keep it current and fresh, and your competitors have. So, if Google has 10 slots, they're going to bump you out. So I think it's important every 3 months or so just to go in there and add a line or two of content, especially to your keyword pages. And you should do this test, site, every couple of months. You'll be surprised. You're going to catch it throughout the year. You're going to catch some pages being de-indexed. It's the easiest non-techie way to find pages that are de-indexed. Okay. All right. So I found this client, and this isn't the client we're talking about, but it happens to be a good example. Let's take a look here. So, they have a really good website, really nice website. It's a 10-page website, but 3 of the pages still have these template pages left over. You'll notice this is a hello world. This is a template page from WordPress, uncategorized archives. That's another template page, admin author. Right? So if we click one of them, like right here, you'll notice that it's just going to go to a template page, right? So we want to make sure that all these pages are off our website. That's the first thing. And the next thing is we're trying to rank for, let's grab a keyword, HVAC right here. We want to make sure that we have the HVAC page on our website. This is a real important test. It's super basic, super easy to do. You could do it yourself, but you have to know to do it. So every 90 days or so, put it in your calendar, check site, yourwebsite.com. Hey guys, if you enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe because it'll get the page out to other people just like you. Also, in the comment section, if you could please ask a question about local SEO or Google Maps, that helps as well. Thank you. All right, guys, so step 2 is you want to go and make sure that you have the proper GMB category. I've had clients where I just changed the GMB category and they ranked. They had the wrong GMB category, right? So what I'd like you to do is go to this go to this website. It's called GMBEverywhere.com. I'll put it in the description below. GMB Everywhere. I think they give you 5 free audits a day. And once you have it installed in your Google Chrome browser, it's real simple to use. You'll notice that you'll have these additional buttons on the bottom here. So to save time, I click this one, I click Category Finder, and you'll notice the only category that they have is electrician. But you'll notice that they could also have other categories like electrician installation service. And then what it does is under installation service, electrical installation service, it shows you all the keywords that are associated with that service. So for example, if you're trying to rank for lighting consultant, or you're trying to rank for electrical supply store, you need to have the GMB category, electrical installation service. So this is an invaluable tool to have, right? So same here, lighting contractor, electrical engineer, interior designer, architect. They would need to have this GMB category. Anybody that's interested in ranking in Google Maps, this is a must. Like I said, I think they give you 3 to 5 searches per day, which is plenty on the free plan. And if you pay for it, I think it's $10 a month. I don't remember, right? But definitely get this GMB Everywhere. You want to make sure that you have the right GMB category. I'm sure if I scroll down to more businesses, I haven't checked, I'm sure somebody has a wacky category, like they're an electrician and they didn't know what to put, and they have a wacky category that they shouldn't have. All right, everybody has electrician. But if I scroll down long enough, you'll see it. Okay, so here's electrical installation service, but they're trying to rank for electrician. That's not the right GMB category. This is exactly what I mean, right? It's close, but it's not right. Okay, so same thing, electrical installation service, it's wrong. Okay, so do that right away. Make sure you have the correct GMB category, because that could help you. This could take maybe 5 minutes. So we're up to about 8 minutes so far. Doing good. So the next step is, this is when we're really starting to do things. These next 2 steps are when we're really starting to rock and roll, right? So we check to make sure that our site is indexed, right? That's important. You can't rank a site that's not indexed. And then we wanted to make sure that we had the right GMB category. That's important, because if you have the wrong GMB category, you're not ranking. But you need to know to look for these things, right? Now we're going to do something else, and it's another free Chrome extension. It's called Detailed. See this purple D right up here? I'll put the link in the description below. You just install it on your Chrome browser. Super, super easy to use. Let me show you how to use it. You're going to love it. So I typed top Brooklyn electrician, right? That's the name of this fella's GMB category. And he's ranking mostly because he has a great name, Best Brooklyn Electrician, and he changed the GMB name is not even his domain name. And it's technically a foul, but good for him. Let him do his thing, right? So I'm going to come over to detailed.com, and this is what I want to see. I want to see his title tag, and I want to see his H tags. What do I mean by that? Here's his title tag. #1 New York electrician, right? So it has Brooklyn, it has New York, it has electrician, right? Then it has the description. So those are your title tags. Anybody that does, if you've done your own WordPress website, you know what a title tag is. If you don't know what that is, you call your web developer this morning, you say, hey, I moused over my website here, right? The tab on my website, and I saw it says home, welcome to my site, or something like that. Or I used detailed. And I noticed that, my title tag has nothing to do with what I do, right? So what you want to do is you want to spy on a couple of the top 3 or 4 websites, and you want to see, here's the 2 things you want to look for. Nothing crazy. Look for the title tag, and then click here. You see where it says heading? You want to look for the H1 tag. And in the H1 tag, what you're going to notice is you're going to notice keywords like this, Brooklyn electrician. All right, guys, so steps 4 and 5, we're actually going to put together, right? And it's real important that you have a grid program. A grid program will show you where you're ranking for a specific keyword and where you're not ranking. So for example, if your keyword is Brooklyn HVAC, right? If that's your keyword, or Tampa roofer, you need to create, use this program called Local Dominator. I know I was promoting once Local Falcon. They're both good. Local Falcon's good. I happen to like now Local Dominator. And what you do is you take a look at the grid and you see in the center over here, anything green is where you're ranking in the Google 3-pack. And anything yellow, orange, and red is where you're a little bit off. Okay, here are the 2 steps you're going to do. So you typed in, we said Brooklyn electrician before, right? You type in your keyword, you notice that you're ranking a block or 2 away from your office, but you'll notice that if you go out about 3 or 4 miles, you are not ranking, I guess this is in Dallas, this is in South Dallas. Now, here are the 2 steps you're going to do. Make sure Google doesn't hear this one. You're going to do these 2 things. This is what's going to help you. All right. You got to make sure you do the other 4 steps, the steps before that we spoke about. Site colon and the H tags. You got to make sure you have the right GMB category, right? You got to freshen up your site with some new text on your website every once in a while. Okay. Now this is what you're going to do. You're going to look over here in 7th place, right? You're going to be like, hey, I want to rank over here. I want to rank in 7th place and 5th place. I want to rank in this little area right here. Okay. You're going to go through your phone, right? And you're going to see who lives in this area. And you'll be like, okay, John lives there and Terry lives over here. Perfect. What do I do? Hey, John, can you do me a favor? From your location over here, when you get home, can you please type in Brooklyn electrician? So you'll go to Google. You'll type in Brooklyn electrician or whatever your keyword is, right? I'm just using that as I'm just using Brooklyn electrician as a example. Okay. And what I need you to do, John, is I need you to scroll down, all the way down. And you see my site, Reliant Electrician? You want to click Reliant Electrician, right? And you want to just call. That's all. Just call, right? Then you tell Terry to do the same thing. Type in the Brooklyn, but not in the same day and not within the first 2 or 3 minutes, right? Let it go like 2 or 3 days later and have her do the same thing. Have her type in Brooklyn electrician and have her make a call through Google Maps. That's a signal from Google letting Google know that somebody in this area found the website and called you. Very, very strong signal. Do not overdo this. 1 or 2 per week is more than enough. Now, here's step 2. You got your good friends, John and Terry, right? You're going to say, also, can you do me a favor? I'm going to text you over my link for my Google reviews, right? Actually, you could get to it just from here, write a review, right? And you could just send over this link and you click, I need a 5-star review. And I need you to use the keyword Brooklyn electrician. So for example, I was looking for a Brooklyn electrician and I came up with Reliant Electrician or ABC Plumbing or whatever your domain name is. I met with Joe or whatever your name is and 2 of his workers, whatever their name are, right? And this is the job that they performed, and everything worked out great. They were affordable and they were reliable. You need 2 reviews and you need 2 people to search for you and click your link. I promise you, this will move you up several places in Google Maps for that specific keyword. Now, this is a bonus for those of you who are risk takers. If you feel like you're a risk taker, this is up to you. I could not tell you to do this. I can tell you the benefits of doing this next step. If you change your name from Bruno Electric to Bruno Brooklyn Electrician, right? For certain keywords, you're going to move up. So, for example, if electrific, if I change that to electrific, Brooklyn Electrician, if I just made that change, electrific, Brooklyn Electrician, 99% chance I'd be in the Google 3-pack tomorrow, in an hour, maybe even shorter. Now, this comes with risks. Google knows this. It's a loophole. For whatever reason, Google still allows you to do this. The problem is that here's the problem. When Bruno Electric sees that they're not in the top 3 anymore and you popped in and they know that you've just been elected, they're going to tell on you. Right? And then they're going to put in a ticket, and then Google may suspend your GMB. They may just change it back to electrific. And if they do that, that's just a slap on the wrist. No harm, no foul. Do not change it again. Right? But if you want to take the risk, now 80% of the people, 80% probably do not have, like, for example, my domain name is Mindsaw. My GMB name is Mindsaw. Your GMB name has to be the same name as your domain name. So you see it says Top Brooklyn Electrician. That's not their name. If I click their website, it says Best Brooklyn Electrician, right? That's not the Top Brooklyn Electrician. It should say Best Brooklyn. That's not their name. So a lot of people do this and they get away with it. Can you do it? You probably can. However, this is up to you. I am not telling you to do this. In fact, I'm not telling you to do anything that I said today. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you want to do it, great. If you think that it could help. And I'm going to tell you something else. A couple of weeks ago, I was looking for a tooth whitening place. And I went with a picture because their staff looked really friendly, right? So I guess I'm getting off subject here. You'll notice that every electrician place has a nice picture, right? So if I'm looking for an electrician, I'm noticing some nice electrical pictures. Somebody working on a circuit box. All right, that seems real, right? Circuit boxes, a lot of circuit boxes. Everybody's working, looks great. But look at this picture. Like, I would never pick this electrician. They're probably great. They're probably excellent. But look at the picture. It's like a side picture. You have to make sure that the pictures you're using inside your Google business profile are appealing because people are looking at the picture, right? So I picked the place with a friendly staff where everybody was together at a desk and everybody was waving, right? They seemed friendly, right? The other people had like pictures of the inside of somebody's mouth and another wacky picture. So, and this is a wacky picture. It's not coming up right now, but it's definitely all whacked out, right? It's like a corner of a block. I'm not picking that. Look at this. It's like, well, maybe that's their truck. I don't know. Still don't like it. All right, guys, listen, I hope everybody has a great day. I hope these tips have helped you. Remember, the reason why I give you these tips is I know this is an extra beer money for you. I know you're a business owner. I know this could get very frustrating, watching videos, and it's very difficult to follow some people on here. Sometimes it's difficult to follow me, right? But we're trying to improve our Google rankings so this way we could feed our family, have our kids go to better schools, right? And those type of things. That's the reason why I make these videos, to help you so you could help your family. The only thing that I ask you is to be good to your family. There's nothing more important than being good to your family, especially when, you're working on this. Don't sit in front of, a computer for, 10, 12 hours a day and ignore your family, right? Kiss your wife, kiss your kids, clean up around the house, take out the dog, take out the garbage, things you need to do, right? Can't sit in front of the computer all day, right? Help out around the house, be good, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.